one of the most talked about divisions of race cars in the country. Green flag is out. And on the outside lane, Glen Reen, the color black, looks formal. Out in front, and Reen gone.
Reen is a car with a sizzle. As he takes the advantage, Tyler Hines is on the outside of David Arute as they fireball their way down the front straightaway. Hines is on the verge of moving into second.
There's no question about it. He's a man possessed, but look at Tyler Hines. He is not only in second, he isn't satisfied with being there. And then all of a sudden, Nick Salva, his luck has changed, and he is all of a sudden looking stronger than we've seen him in quite some time.
Stephen Kopcik, he has some giddy up on the inside lane, trying to move into the top 4, and it looks like he will be able to do it. Bagalco trying to move up along with Cipriano, but nobody has an answer right now for Glen Reen.
As they work their magic off the turn, it is now Todd Owen who's showing a lot of potential. Owen works his way bottom of the top 6. Owen, little smooch to the back bumper of Salva. All of a sudden, Kopcik looks racy. He's up to the top 4. Kopcik setting in the 4th spot further back. Little bit of a jingle, Matt. And that is where Eric Burt, last week's feature event winner, and Michael Jervis, the guy who runs up front in the points, is.
Running a strong 5th is Salva, trying to make a move. Stephen Kopcik going downstairs, and he will blur his way underneath David Arute to move into 3rd.
Kopcik has a car that's hooked up tonight. That's the Hocon machine, as it moves into the 3rd spot. He is among the quickest cars. He is the quickest car on the racetrack. 19.221. Kopcik running racy up front. Here comes Todd Owen. He's threading the needle through traffic. And with him is the number 78 machine. And that, of course, is Cipriano.
With the
Behind
sparks are
Cipriano is
flying,
Mike Christopher.
As he gave a little shot to the back bumper of that Cipriano car. Here comes Mike Christopher, and he is able to tornado his way into the top 7.
Kopcik continues to look racy and look strong in that 3rd position.
Nobody looks stronger right now than Glen Reen. Getting a little rambunctious is Stephen Kopcik in the number 21 car, looking for a way to crowbar his way underneath Tyler Hines.
There's no question about it. He is all over the back bumper of Tyler Hines. Now he looks to the inside. Kopcik pulls off a bottom shot move. While that's happening, here comes Nick Salva. He tries to make the same move. Stephen Kopcik is now moved into the runner-up spot in the Hocon machine.
There was one adjustment the crew of Nick Salva's car said they needed to make for him to be even better than he was last week. Apparently they have made it. He is in the top 5. Now the man with the bullseye on his back bumper is Stephen Kopcik. He is being pestered by Tyler Hines.
There's no question about it. Hines is all over his back bumper. All of a sudden, look at Michael Christopher. He now moves underneath Todd Owen. Owen shakes him off like a dog who has fleas as he works his magic. Off the turn, all of a sudden they come back off turn number 4. Fastest car on the racetrack is now Michael Christopher Jr. with a 19.045. Where is he in all of this? He's in the 7th spot, Matt. And behind him, there's some side-by-side racing as well.
Yeah, there is a frantic battle behind Mike Christopher, Michael Jarvis, and the number 33.
And Todd
Owen is behind him.
Yep.
And opening up an advantage is Glen Reen. He has driven a flawless first 12 laps. This is $250 on the line. And Glen Reen will pocket $250 from Kevin Harvick Enterprises for leading lap number 13 in honor of Ted Christopher.
There's no question about it. Now, meanwhile, keep your eyes on Michael Christopher. Tries to make the move down underneath Todd Owen. Christopher on the bottom forces Owen to relinquish the spot. And now Michael Christopher has picked up yet another position. Michael Christopher looks racy. Todd Owen's left front brake rotor is glowing. A lot of front brake in that car to make it turn. That's what that's all about.
But right now, Mike Christopher is trying to track down Nick Silva. That is a battle for 5th place. And Silva closing in on David Arute. David Arute has been in the top 5 all night long.
Once again, Salva's right there. But David Arute continues to run a great race with 16 laps now into the record book.
David Arute says his car so far this year has been wicked fast. And I think that's a pretty good term to describe Glen Reen. The action is for 4th and 5th, as hammering on the back bumper of David Arute is Nick Silva, and he just can't find a way underneath the number 75 car.
He is close. Meanwhile, Silva takes a peek at the inside of David Arute.
Silva is all in underneath the 75 car, but he can't get the spot. And now Mike Christopher roams on the outside.
It is do or die time for Silva. Pick and choose time for Michael Christopher. David Arute has driven a flawless race on the outside of the racetrack. Here comes Todd Owen. He's back into the hunt here. And all of a sudden, Michael Jervis is not to be left out of the action.
Michael Jarvis, the point leader.
Oh, trouble now. Christopher got a little out of shape.
Marcello is out of the action. That lead keeps expanding for Glen Reen. Leading by 0.678 seconds over Kopcik. That's more than a half a second. So let's see if Reen can dominate the second half of the race as easily as he did the first half. Refrano comes back out, but he falls by the wayside as Kopcik is able to get around him. And then it is Tyler Hines, who's been a top 3 car for most of the race.
As they come off the turn now, they're going to be facing some lap traffic just in front of the leaders. Glen Reen, like a rabbit being chased by the dogs. He started up front, took the lead, and never looked back. Kopcik has been very, very racy and quick. He has found some magic in that brand new race car. And then we go back to Silva. Michael Christopher has been all over him, Matt, but Michael Christopher just doesn't have enough to get around.
There are plenty of black and blue marks on the back bumper of Silva. Here comes Mike Christopher. Down, has momentum. He is a quarter of the way there, halfway there, 3/4 of the way there. Can he complete the move? The answer is no.
24 of 40 now into the record books. Glen Reen does not want to see any yellows. And all of a sudden, moving in and closing up the gap ever so slightly. And now all of a sudden, it's a lapped automobile, the Marcello Refano car, but Glen Reen is still in command. A little further back in the field, Christopher tried to get around Silva, and it just didn't work, Matt.
And he has tried everything except siphoning the gas out of Silva's tank, and nothing has worked. Now we go to Glen Reen, a clinic. The battle is for second as Kopcik is pulling away from Tyler Hines. And then we have Silva and Mike Christopher. So the order of the top 5 has not changed in a while.
Certainly has not. There's less than 13 circuits remaining. Remember, the Marcello Refano car had a problem earlier. He is running with Kopcik on the racetrack, but that is not the position he is in. Tyler Hines is your 3rd place car. Silva is in 4th. Michael Christopher up to position number 5. And now it appears that Silva is starting. Caution flag comes out. This is the caution. No, it's the 15 car of Jeff Malave that spun.
So the Matador gets out of shape, bringing out the first yellow of the race with 12 laps to go. It is won a tour race, but can he get a great start? Yes, he can.
But will it be good enough to hold off Stephen Kopcik? Kopcik on the outside. Here comes Tyler Hines. Here comes Nick Silva. Here comes Michael Jervis. This is the year that Michael Jervis is starting to shine. Kopcik stuck in the outside groove. They rumble off the turn. Kopcik is still settling back into second. Here
Tyler
comes
Hines is underneath him.
There's Nick Salva right there in the middle of that mix, and here comes Michael Christopher. Salva.
Almost three wide.
He has a rocket, and now they come off the turn. They jingle and they jangle. But Tyler Hines has moved into second, forcing Kopcik up the hill. Here comes Nick Salva. 10 circuits to go.
And a bold move by Kopcik, and the yellow comes out, turn 2, an incident involving Andrew Bowler and Tony Membrino Jr., and also the 78 of Cipriano. Boy, what action in the fight for second.
10 circuits remaining in this one. There is the green, and Reen looks good on the green, and Kopcik is back into the runner-up spot, but for how long? Michael Christopher does not, and Todd Owen comes to life now, Matt.
As Owen almost got underneath Salva. So Owen fighting hard. They blister their way off the corner. Reen is back in front. There's a scramble for third and fourth between Christopher and Hines.
Kopcik moves back into second. Here comes Michael Christopher. There is Todd Owen. He becomes the tail that wags the dog. Salva, who was once up in the top 3, drops back, further back in the field, leaving the car dropping way off the pace. It looks like Jeff Malave with that number 15 car.
So Malave is in the suburbs. Michael Jarvis making a move in car number 33, trying to fireball
look at
his
Michael
way past
Christopher.
Hines.
He just made a slingshot move down underneath Kopcik as they come off the turn.
Michael Christopher might have the fastest car on the track right now.
And here comes Todd Owen. Owen, we saw Brian Narducci go to the outside. .38, 19.365. Michael Christopher is the quick guy. And Todd Owen setting back in that 4th position. Salva has to settle back for 5.
The lead is starting to shrink for Reen. So the lead is starting to disappear down to the final 5. In 3rd is Kopcik. In 4th is Owen. Salva continues to run in the number 5 position. And Mike Christopher trying to nibble away at the advantage of Glen Reen. They're running almost identical times, Ben, with 4 laps to go.
They certainly are, Matt, and you continue to see the margin pretty much remaining the same. Car number 54, Eric Burt, the Bulldog, spins off turn number 4 with 36 up on the board.
Boy, the plot thickens here.
And down on pit road, we've got Troy Talman. So let's see what's going to happen. This restart could change everything. Oh, look at the field. We had a spin, and literally, from when we saw it, one car.
There's Matt Vassar on the safety road.
The 51, the Burnham car.
I think Malave also had some difficulty. Marcello Refrano, DJ Burnham.
Who gets the jump? And Owen has got the chrome horn glued to the back bumper of Michael Christopher. And sparks will fly and tempers will flare.
There is some Woody Woodpecker action to the back bumper of the Reen car, administered by Mike Christopher, trying to create space down low. Here comes Mike Christopher, not quick enough to corral the 17 of Reen.
Kopcik now moves back into the 3rd spot. Todd Owen changes his strategy. Meanwhile, they come off turn number 4. Popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go.
Also moving in is Todd Owen in 4th, trying to get under Kopcik. Did not happen. Leading the next group of cars is Michael Jarvis. Expanding his lead at the front of the field is Glen Reen. When they hit the line, Glen Reen will be 1 win away from his 4th SK Modified win.
Glen Reen has him covered out in front, literally pulling away. Mad scramble further back in the field.
We are going to stay under green, racing to the line.
Checkered flag.
Here is Reen.
Glen Reen will dominate the racing action to lead from start to finish. taking down the victory. Michael Christopher to finish in second. Kopcik will finish in third. Todd Owen for fourth. Michael Jervis to finish in position number 5.
Each of the top 3 get $25 gift certificates, along with the top rookie and the 13th place finisher, Michael Rutkowski, getting $250 from Kevin Kopcik. Here is Kyle Rickey Jr. to talk to our winner.
His 4th career win. We've already lost him. Glen Reen led just about the whole distance. Congratulations on win number 1 for this season and win number 4 here at Stafford.
Man, I can't thank the good Lord enough. This was, we had a couple rough weeks, man. 2 flat tires the first week, flat tire last week. Finally, we don't get a flat. We end up in victory lane. So I can't thank Dan Avery enough and this whole entire Horsepower Hill farm that stands behind me. This is probably the best team in Stafford, guaranteed. This guy right here.
Dan coming in to wish congratulations to his young driver, Glenn. An interesting story how you two met at Riverside Park years ago, and now you're driving for him, and you're back in victory lane here at Stafford. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. I also got to thank all my sponsors, Rat Auto, Pioneer, Avery Construction, Horsepower Hill Farm, and Tech Ed Products, Squid Decals, and Michael Sullivan for all his help. He's been a huge help. Troyer Chassis, and everyone here that stands behind me. Scotty's working on these things every single day, and it's been awesome. I'm very, very happy to be a part of this team.
3rd different winner of the year in the SK Modifieds. It's Glen Reen going the distance here tonight in car number 17. Let's go and hear from some of the other podium finishers over with John Gates. It looks like he has caught up with 2nd place Michael Christopher Jr.
Mike Christopher Jr. puts the Mohawk number 82 into 2nd place, and Mike, rumor has it, no power steering.
Yeah, from like halfway on, I started losing it, and then especially at the end with like 10 to go, there was nothing. And just now it's firing it up and checking, just sitting there, has nothing. But just once again, never give up. Like last week, we ran out of power steering, went a lap down, and came back to finish 9th. And right here, just not give up again. Got to give it out to my crew and my dad for believing in me still. My sponsors, Naproco, Mike's Auto and Body Shop, PT Watts. There's a lot of people that help us out. So, good start to the season so far. It's just, some bad luck has been hitting us early, but, we'll get it. It's a long season.
Nice piece of driving, man. Mike Christopher, 2nd place in that number 82. Let's talk to Steven Kopcik. Steve, man, the car's looking good tonight, man. You were running right up there with the leaders. Looked like you really had something for maybe a victory.
Yeah, it was pretty good tonight. Definitely a big step from the first 2 weeks. We were trying some pretty wacky stuff, and sometimes just go back to basics, and we're good. We're going to come testing some more and get a little better. Find where we can improve, and hopefully be running up here more often. So I can't thank my sponsors enough: Holcon Industrial Gas, Newtown Pools, LFR out of Massachusetts, Royal Screw Manufacturing Company out of Woolkit, Connecticut, and NJK Automotive, and just everybody that comes together and makes this possible.